Alright, so we're going to graph linear inequality systems, and easiest to do is put them in slope-intercept form, graph them as normal, and where they overlap is the solution. So let's go ahead and do some examples. So we're going to take the first equation, we're going to graph it, this one right here. Okay, and it tells me I'm going to start at -4 on the y-axis, go up 3 to the right 4, and I have a solid line. Or solid or dash, don't forget about that. And that says I'm going to shade everything below the y-intercept, which would be all this area down here. So when I shade that, I'm going to do my little cheat here and shade it. There it is. Okay. Then for y is greater than -7, remember that's a horizontal line at -7, which is right here. It's going to be a dotted line because of the there's no greater than symbol, and it wants me to shade everything above that, so I'm going to go ahead and shade all of this area. And where they overlap, and you can see they overlap right here, right in this area right here. That part right there, that's the overlap. So that is going to be my solution for this. So that anything that falls in that green space is going to be my answer. Okay, obviously sometimes they're not going to be in slope-intercept form, so you're going to have to put them in slope-intercept form. So let's start with this one. Okay, so take the x and move it. Divide everything by 3. Okay, so we're going to start at 6. So let's go down 7 to the right 3. So there it is. It's a solid line. And that says we're going to shade everything below that line, which is all of this area right in here. So it looks like that. And we're going to do the second line, which is this part right here. I'll do it actually over here. Okay, take the x and move it. Divide everything by -3. And because I'm dividing by a negative, that's going to take my inequality symbol and flip it to greater than. So we're going to start at -3. Go up 2 and to the right 3. Right there. And it is a solid line. This time they want me to shade everything above that line, which would be all of this space in here. Okay, you can see that they clearly overlap right here, right in this area, right in here. So anything that falls in that area is going to be my solution. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so again, same idea. We gotta convert this into slope-intercept form. Okay, take the x and move it. Divide everything by -5. So y sign changes to less than is 4/5x plus 1. So +1, we're going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right 5. 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a dashed line. Okay, and it says everything's less than, so that would be all of this space in here. So like that. Oops, I meant to make that red. Let's see, there you go. Okay, and then for this one, remember that's a horizontal line. So at -1, it's a horizontal line. It's going to be dashed. And what this is saying is that everything is going to be less than that -1, which would be all of this space over here. All of this space right here. So the overlap would be this area right in here, which would be that. So anything that falls in that area is our solution. Okay. Sometimes you get a word problem and you'll have to just read it and tell you what it got. So in this word problem, they tell us that small bags sell for $4 of popcorn, big bags sell for $6. They need at least $300. So I can get an equation from that. That would be for me 4x plus 6y, and at least means that it has to be greater than or equal to 300. And they also told you that they need a total of at least 60 bags sold. Well, total mean that x plus y, the total number of bags, would have to be greater than or equal to 60. Okay, so you can go ahead and we can graph this. Okay, so first take this one and rearrange it. And divide by 6. Okay, then the other one, when you rearrange it, so you could graph those two. You can choose your scale. I'm going to go by ones on the bottom because my ones on the bottom, and I'm going to go by 5s. So if you graph this, okay, so the y-intercept would be 60 for the blue line. Okay, and I went down 1 and over 5 because that's technically going down 5 over 5 because I'm going by 5s on that. And everything needs to be bigger than that, so that would be up here. Let's fade that out a little bit. There you go. And then for the red line, it's going starting at 50, going down 2 to the right 3, somewhere roughly about there. Again, that's also overlapped over here. So when you graph it, you get that. So the overlap would be this piece right here, basically, essentially where the kind of the blue is, kind of the mix between the blue and the red there. Which is that answer choice right there. So anything that falls in there would be an answer.